Okay, so lying onto your back. I'm actually looking forward to this. So we'll start in with the bolster or the cushion, and you're going to have it long ways behind you. So if you're going to have the cushion, so Jan, you might want two cushions, and you're going to have one sort of long and one, like, so if you have one like this and one like that, like a T shape, and so the one goes under your head and one goes underneath your back. Yep, and that's good there, Janet. Yeah, so lie back and have your arms out to the side like that. And Mamta, come off the roller or bolster, so your bottom's on the ground. And you want the roller or bolster sort of by your ribs, not by your lower back. Okay, further down, Mamta, further. So have the bolster further away. Yeah, a little bit up now. Now you've gone too far. There. Okay, arms out to the side, palms turned up. Okay, we got it. All right, so we are going to start. We'll close the eyes. Now, just have your legs straight for now. Let the arms hang heavy. Breathe into your chest. Feel the contact points on the floor with the legs, with the arms. And just take a few moments just breathing in and out through the nose. Now we're going to reach back with both arms and just let them hang back. So they can just be hanging in space. And just notice how your lower back is kind of arching. And there's a bit of a lift of the rib cage. So you're getting that stretch in the diaphragm lifting up. And use that feeling and that movement to breathe more into the bottom ribs. Come back out to the side and now butterfly your legs. So bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall open. Eyes are closed still and just focus on that belly breathing. Let the weight of the legs gently release into the groin and the thighs. We'll slide back out with the legs and then take both arms up towards the ceiling. We'll reach both arms back and just let them hang back there for a second. Then take the arms out wide, slightly bend at the elbows as you circle them down and around and back up over. And just do that a few times. And in that circling movement, notice where, in what part of that movement it feels the most sticky. So if you feel like your arms overhead is the most sticky part or somewhere in that circle, and then hang where you feel like it's the most sticky. So for me, it's kind of in this 3/4 of the way around point. And I'm just going to hang there, maybe move it around a little bit. So kind of rotate my shoulders a little. And then we're going to come all the way around. Now we're going to take the elbows to the floor. Lift, push into the elbows, lift away from your bolster or cushions. Put them to the side. Come down and hug the knees to the chest. And as you keep holding, you might rock a little bit from side to side. Let's take both legs over to the left and look back to the right. So you're looking at your right hand and just open up through the chest. Now reach that hand up. So reach it towards the wall above your head. Start to roll all the way around, and now lie on your side. So you're going to lie on your left shoulder. So your knees are stacked on top of each other, your hips are stacked on top of each other, and your hands are on top of each other. Okay, so you're lying on your left side, hands on top of each other. Now slide your right hand away past your left hand. So sliding like you're trying to grab something. So your right hand is now longer, or right arm is longer than the left. Now keep touching the floor as you make a half circle around the top of your head. Touching the floor, touching the floor, touching the floor. Go all the way back again. So your arm is now reaching to the right, so as your head is turned. But try to keep your knees stacked on top of each other. Then raise your arm up to the ceiling. Come back, place it on top of your left hand. Slide past the left hand. So reach as far as you can past that left hand. Touch the floor as you draw a circle around the top of your head. All the way, and then reaching to the right and look to the right. Raise your arm to the ceiling. Place your hand on top of the other hand. Slide past the bottom arm. Reaching long. Make a half circle around the top of your head. Open up. Do that one more time. Raise your arm to the ceiling. Place it on top of the other hand. Slide past the bottom arm first. Keep touching the floor as you make that half circle. Your arm ends up to the right. And this time we stay there. And you're going to take your legs all the way across over to the right. So both knees to the right. Now look back to the left. So look back towards your left hand. Your arms are out wide. Stay there for a second. So you're doing that twist. Hold it for a sec. And then take your left hand, place it on top of your right hand. And then slide past the right hand. So reach. Keep touching the floor as you draw a half circle around the top of your head. And then open up, but try not to roll your hips. So raise your arm to the ceiling, bring it on top of your right hand, slide past your right hand, make a half circle around the top of your head and open up. And again, up to the ceiling, hands on top of each other, slide past the bottom arm, draw a half circle, keep your knees stacked, open up. Raise your arm, place your hand on top. Slide past the bottom arm, draw a half circle. Do that one more time. Past the bottom arm, half circle touching the floor. All the way back, open up and stay here. Hold. And then roll back onto your back. Good. Now place your feet on the ground, take your feet as wide as the mat, take your arms out wide, so set yourself up for window wipers. Make sure that your feet are not all the way by your bottom, take them a little bit away, and then start to drop the legs to the right and to the left slowly. So just roll across your glutes. Just go nice and smoothly, feel that massaging. Come into the center position, hold it here, keep your feet wide, bring your right foot on top of your left knee, and then drop your legs to the left, and then stay there for a few breaths. Sorry, to the right. Both legs drop to the right. That's in your right foot's on top of your left knee. And then rather than feeling like you're pushing your knee down, feel like you're lengthening your waist. So your waist gets longer and you're kind of pulling the hip down, and then that pull goes from the hip all the way down to the knee, and just exhale and let that sink a little. Let your right foot come back to the floor. Come to the middle, stay here, keep your feet wide. Left foot on top of the right knee, both legs drop over towards the left this time. And again, your waist is lengthening. And then your hip drops down, and then from the hip down to the knee. Foot to the ground as we ease back to center. We're going to keep the feet wide like this. Reach your arms behind. Tilt the pelvis, lift the hips, come up into a bridge with your feet wide. Hold that bridge for a moment, and then go super slow and deliberate on the way down. Suck the tummy in, tuck the tailbone, round the spine out, come down slowly. Inhale, let's do it again. Tilt the pelvis, lift the hips. Coming up and hold it here, squeeze and hold, and then exhale. Tuck your tailbone, scoop it in. Take your time coming down. And we'll do that again. Okay, this time, kind of slide your hips from right to left, so you're snaking down. We do it again, coming up, hold it here and snake it down. It's like you're getting each vertebrae, giving it a little bit of a slide, side to side. And then we do it again, but this time we're twisting down. So right hip, left hip twists. So now it's like you're getting each vertebrae and giving it a twist. And again, twist it down. Let's do that one more time. Okay, we're going to come down, stay down, wrap your arms around the top of the head, butterfly your legs. Relax, soften, easy breaths. Connect back into that belly breathing. Another 2 of these slow, steady breaths. And then we slide the legs down the mat. Just take a nice stretch, reach your arms behind, and then grab hold of your right wrist. Pull that a little bit longer and push the right leg down, so we're stretching the right side of the body. Then we pull on the left arm and push the left leg down. And now you're going to pull on the left arm but push the right leg down. So pull on the left arm and opposite leg down. Other side, pull on the right arm and left leg down. Oof, that's tight. And then just take a big yawny, big stretch back, both arms and legs holding. Let's take both knees to the chest and just give it a little rock from side to side. Release the back. Maybe some circles. We're going to separate the knees and then reach down and grab your feet. So we're going into happy baby. You can grab your ankles, your toes, the insteps of your feet, and your knees are going to pull down towards armpits. We haven't done happy baby for a while, actually. Flatten the spine, and we can do that little rocking again as well. So your focus here is on seeing if you can keep the back of the pelvis on the floor. This is really focused on that sacrum. Do a few more breaths like that, just pulling the knees towards the armpits, flattening the spine, focusing on that groin, pelvis, back of the pelvis, lower back, inner thigh, hips. So another couple of breaths like that. Slowly bringing the knees back together, we're going to place the feet on the ground. We're going to grab the bolster now. Lift the bottom up, a cushion or bolster. Now, if you've got just normal cushions, maybe stack two on top of each other so they're a little bit higher. And then lift your bottom up and place the bottom on the cushions or bolster, and then straighten your legs down the mat. And reach your arms behind, so that opening. So we just did that opening in happy baby of the back of the pelvis a bit more and into the groin and hips. And now we're opening the front of the pelvis and into the hip flexors a bit more. Hold it here. Just let it kind of cascade over the cushions or bolster. A roller works quite well in this sort of thing too. Take another 2 breaths like this. We're going to keep the left leg where it is, but bring your right knee in and just place your right hand on your knee and pull that knee out sideways and up into the armpit, a little bit like happy baby. We're aiming it towards the armpit, and you take it out to the side and up, so you're keeping that right hip flexor out of it. Left leg stretches long, left arm reaches back. Hold it here. Take some easy breaths. Take 2 or 3 more of these breaths like this. We'll take that leg down, so the right leg comes down, the left leg comes up. You place your left hand on, you take it out to the side, pull it in towards the armpit, reach your right leg, right arm back, and now we're focused on that right side lengthening. Hold it here. Another 2 like this, so that the focus is on the right side. So even though we're holding the left knee, it's more about getting that left knee out the way. But also when you pull that knee in, it kind of tilts the pelvis backwards. And so then we get a deeper stretch in that right side of the body. Just another breath like this, and then slowly bring that down. Let's butterfly, both legs staying on the cushion or bolsters, arms out to the side. Just stay in that butterfly position for a few breaths. And really give in, like really let the full weight of your body melt and sink and soften onto the support. We'll bend the knees, place the feet on the ground. Lift your bottom up slowly, slide the bolster out from underneath. And then come down, hug the knees into the chest. Hold it there for a few breaths. Bring the nose up to the knees, hold that. And then slowly rock to a sitting position. Make your way around to hands and knees. And just take a few moments in your own time moving through the cat flows. Plugging the shoulders in, tuck the toes, come up, and just go into a little bit of a march on the spot. You come back down to the knees, flatten the feet, sit back to child's pose. Do a little walk to the right side of the mat. Place your left hand on top of the right and rotate and slide around. Let's take that over to the other side. Same thing, slide it around. All right, let's come back into the center. We're going to come up to hands and knees. Step the right foot to the little finger side of your right hand. Sink forward into the hips. Keep your left hip on the ground. Raise your right arm. Open up through the chest. Reach that arm out to the front like you're trying to grab something. Reach the arm behind. Raise the arm to the ceiling and now reach underneath your arm like threading the needle. So we'll do that again. You're going to open the arm up towards the ceiling, open the chest. Exhale, reach to the front like you're trying to grab something. Inhale, reach behind. And then exhale, threading the needle. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach behind, and exhale, threading the needle. And then place your hands on the ground. Tuck the back toe, lift and push back to the mountain. A little march on the spot. Move your hips a little here. The knees come back to the floor. We'll step the left foot to the little finger side. Sink into the hips to start. Then your left arm opens up and let your chest open towards the ceiling. A little bit of a bend at the elbow, so reach that arm behind. Now stretch forward like you're grabbing something. Go as far as you can. Then reach behind. And then slide that arm underneath into threading the needle. So let's open to the ceiling. and reach to the front. And then reach behind. And then threading the needle. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, reach to the front. Inhale, reach behind. And exhale, threading the needle. Hand to the floor, come back to the mountain. Now let's stay here. You can march your feet. You can do some heel bounces if you like. You can keep it kind of a little bit bouncy. Whatever you want to do. And then we ease back to the knees. Good, hold it here. So let's take the knees a little wider, lie down onto your stomach and sit up on your forearms, elbows on the floor. So we're in that Sphinx position, shoulders away from the ears, and we're just softening the belly, softening the lower back. Hold it here, sinking.
From you comes the honey of my song.
Lower back softens.
Blooming color, taste and longing for you who kiss.
Then we'll bend the knees. Have your knees about as wide as your shoulders. Legs are floppy, and we're just going to slowly flop the knees from right to left.
But your flight weaves the membrance of our step. So we give our voices, to the ones who left us. So we give our voices to the ones who cry in silence. So we give our voices, to the ones whose speech is running under soil beneath.
And we come back down. We're going to take the hands a little wider. Straighten out the arms, lift the chest, and hold it for a few breaths. You take one more breath like this and soften down. Slide your hands back. Come back to child's pose.
Inside my heart a little while.
One more breath like this. Come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands back a little bit, tuck your toes. Walk back with your hands. Now start by just rocking on your toes. So we're going to do a little bit of combo here. So do whatever feels good. You can keep your knees a little bit wide. You can rock them around. And you can also from here go into your deep squatting, half squatting. Keep it open for a while, then rock again. So just kind of play around with it. In the deep squatting position, I'm using my elbows, but I'm still like kind of moving. I'm twisting. Then I come back onto my toes and I'm rocking the knees from side to side. You can also do that opening, so that twist when you're in your deep squatting, pressing into the legs and rotating. So just whatever feels good for you. Just kind of move it around a bit. And then we come forward again. So from here, walk forward and come to sitting. And we're going to sit just slightly forward so your feet are about hip width apart. You're going to bring your hands behind. So we're doing that seated window wiper. So just going to rock your knees from side to side here for a second. right. Now we're going to grab our cushion or our bolster, and you're going to sit on it with just your right cheek. Then your right leg bends underneath, and you're going to swing. So we're going to pigeon pose, but just getting into it in a different way. So your left leg is going to swing behind. Your right knee is bent in front. Okay, so bend that knee in front, the right leg in front, and swing the left leg behind. And swing that left leg straight. So the leg behind, if you can, try and get it straight. So you're on your knee, and then you're on your fingertips, and you're going to rotate square towards the floor. And then just do a little bit. So you're going to roll towards your left hip, and then you roll back towards your right hip a little. So just do that a few times. So you're moving more towards the left and then more towards the right. And then we're more towards the left, straighten the spine, lift the chest and hold. Stay there a few breaths. Walk your hands forward a bit more, stay there, and you might be able to come onto your forearms. You could stack your fists and bring your forehead onto your fists, or you could just reach arms in front. Maybe your forehead can get to the floor. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, just softening as much as you can. Easy breath. Come back to center. Now swing that leg back around to the front. Move the cushion. Take it to the other side. So just sit on it with one side only. Bend that left leg. Swing the right leg behind. So just take a few moments just to get the setup right. It might feel different on this side. And the leg that swings behind, if you can, square it off completely so you're on top of your knee. Fingertips on the floor. And roll towards that right hip. And then just do that little rocking. Roll towards the right hip, roll back towards the left. Do that a few times. And you extend and hold. Stay there. Walk it out a little bit more, holding. Maybe come to forearms, maybe stack the fists. So whatever's going to work for you today. Side's a lot tighter for me, so just notice for yourself if your body's trying to compromise or if you need to make some adjustments. And then ease back again. All right, back to hands and knees. Move the bolster out the way. Tuck your toes, press to the mountain. Then walk your hands back so you're towards the back of the mat. Bend your knees quite a lot. Grab your elbows. See if you can rest your abdomen on your thighs. So bend your knees enough. And then shift your weight to your toes and to your heels, and maybe shift your weight from right to left. Then we place the hands onto the knees, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, rolling up. And as you roll up nice and slowly. Stay standing for a second, hold it here. Take a breath in, unlock your knees. Tuck your chin, scoop your belly, roll your shoulders and roll down really slowly. You might just get to halfway and just hang out halfway for a second. Maybe shake your arms out or twist them out a little bit further. Shake it out, move it out. The same, roll it up a little. Move it out a little bit, rotate it, slide it, swing it. Building all the way when you come to standing, holding. Take your right arm up, reach it tall, go into a side bend towards the left. Stretch out through the fingers. Take it back to center, go the other way. Reach out, open the hands. Come back to center. Have your arms to the front. Unlock your knees. Palms are turned up. Just swing, alternating arm back. Little bend at the elbows. As we come back to the center, hold it here. Bring one arm up, one arm down, and then just throw the arms about. Arms come down, we're hanging. Close your eyes. One more breath here. On your next inhale, raise your arms overhead, breathe in, stretch tall. Exhale, just drop the arms down. There we go. Nice one.